Okay, can y'all hear me now? Okay. First, they had a phone call this morning. As again, I would say, whoever the people was on the phone call, you were some ignorant people. Second thing I'm address, don't call me. Call the people that mention your name. Everybody's name that has been tossed out there, I didn't ask people. Is that really them? They done tried to say Glenda. They done tried to say this person. Ain't none of y'all untouchable. Oh, the shit don't feel good because what, somebody saying your name? But you motherfuckers in the go-go-get-along game talking about me wearing Depends and I be with Oko. Hey, Cherry B. So there was a conference call. I don't even like to talk about the R. Kelly case because there's too many ignorant people. I don't give a fuck if he's innocent or guilty. I'm going to stand by him. It do not matter. I don't care if they got 50 tapes. I don't care if they got truckloads of evidence. I don't care. I do not care. I tried to listen to a phone call. And every time somebody's name was mentioned, I'm like, is that really them? Because I ain't heard nothing but a damn woman talking about I'm trying to listen to R. Kelly hearing. Somebody said they couldn't wait 3 months. And somebody kept saying arrest the parents. I couldn't hear shit. Because of the ignorant people that called in on the conference call. So when anybody has stole anybody's name, I'd have said, is that really them? Don't call me. I've talked to Glenda. Because I'm like, I know that's, they saying this name. Is that really them? A question that can be asked by anybody. If the shoe fits, wear it, motherfucker. Because I'm sick of all of you motherfuckers. I didn't mention your name. But anyway, I do have new subscribers. And this is why I don't like to talk about the R. Kelly case. Because it's too many ignorant people, ignorant supporters. People want to tell you who you should be able to talk to. They want you to dance to their music. People that collected money off of his name, lived good. They done stole money, but they ain't telling that shit. They done lived good. They done stole all in his name, robbed in his name, had folks in a hotel room with a girl. They ain't saying all of that stuff. So I could care less about any of these people. They laugh in your face and then they talk about you the minute you get off the phone. If you don't do something they don't like, the supporters have made him look worse than what he is. I don't give a fuck whether he's guilty, innocent. I don't care. I don't care if they got 20 videos. I don't care if they got a truckload full of evidence. I don't care what. I don't care. I don't care. A motherfucker don't call me while I'm sick, but you want to call me for a comment I done responded to. Get the fuck out of here. Wasn't you? Why you worried? Same thing. They threw Glenda's name out there. I'm saying, is that really you? Because I can't believe these names being tossed out here. They threw Glenda's name out there. Nyrie's. Was it really them? It don't matter. The conference call made his supporters look like the ignorant fools that they are. So let me lollygag and go over here to OCOV. You people are pathetic. You're sickening. I don't give a damn what none of y'all say about me. You do not pay one bill. I do not lose no sleep over here. I'll be turning 60 years old. I don't have time to be around ignorant, immature people that's going to bring me down to a level where I'm going to be telling you to go to hell. Fuck your mama too. And you call me a stupid bitch and I tell you your mama. Yeah, Mel Cruz, you just came in on this. But all of them people you going over there supported, they done stole, they done got money all in R. Kelly's name. Everything. But they the world's best supporters. Let them tell it. Folkestone lived good off his supporters for 3 years. But they don't talk about that. But they'll talk about me going over to OCO, which is one color, one voice, because I want to see the Catholic priest prosecuted. They respect how I feel about R. Kelly, because the ignorant fact, the ignorant fans, they want to define what a supporter is. Like you can't talk to nobody. I don't give a damn what they say about him. I don't care who says what kind of names. They gonna talk about him like I'm gonna talk about these alleged supporters until the day I die. Nobody followed the rules. The rules was to not, to mute your phone. But you want to call me, but you talking about me. Ignorance at its finery. If a motherfucker don't call me, ask me how I'm doing, don't call me. I didn't put your name out there. I said, is it really him? The same way I done said, is it really them? Talking about the other two girls' names. That was mentioned. Oh, I am independent. I would never be around the demons, Chucky seeds. I say some of these people are being paid to cause all this confusion. All this confusion. I'm used to structure and organization. I'm used to being around people that respect other people. I'm not used to people, the minute you get off the phone, they talking about you. Or you don't dance to their music, and then they talking about you. I'm not used to these type of people. I wouldn't give a fuck if I never saw any of these people as long as I lived. I ain't got a damn off his name. I'm telling people to go to the childhood. I got my opinion, and I go where my opinion is respected. I don't dance to nobody's music. I can't, just like I can't control you ignorant motherfuckers. I can't control nobody. I can't tell nobody what not to say. I'm asking, are you sure it's these people? Because them bold statements, tossing folks' names out there. You dirty, thirsty motherfuckers. Call me again. Thanks, Glenda, for being a reasonable adult. Are you sure it's these people? What? Your name? What? Everybody tired of their name being tossed out there, huh? Oh, okay. People can't even sit down and have a civil conversation nowadays. Hey, together, let me put the thing in here. We are the black race. We so pathetic. Don't nobody want to. I can take constructive criticism. That's why I walked away from this shit. I can care less. I got more important things going on in my life. The busy traveling woman that I am, I'm a two-time cancer survivor. I'm going to hit the road in May. celebrating 60 years of being on this earth. That God done left me on this earth. And it sure is not to be arguing with no ignorant R. Kelly folks who want to tell me who I should talk to. The ones that talk about me wearing Depends. Because I talk to people in OCOV. Most of the things I've done, I was asked to do, which is none of your goddamn business. And all you people have done is tear down people, tear them down, talk about them, laugh at them. And if somebody don't like you, because maybe y'all thought y'all would get more clicks and views, or y'all the only people that everybody can flock to, because people was giving y'all big donations, monies, clicks, views, and likes, and cash apps. You only had your select few. So nobody else meant nothing. You know, one thing I would not do. They've been talking about Kevin Samuels. I don't give a darn about Kevin Samuels. He talked about black women and he talked about black men. You had a choice. You either could listen to Kevin or you didn't have to listen to Kevin. You all have a choice. You don't like my shows? Y'all don't come. Nobody wanted to support my shows or work with me until I started talking to the opposition. Then you want to try to run this channel. Nobody tells me who to talk to. They gonna talk about R. Kelly to the day he died, to after he died, the same way they still talking about Michael Jackson. And you think I'm gonna get high blood pressure? Cuss out folks because of how they feel? And you go get a long game. Y'all sit back in people's shows, run back, looking in folks' community chats, going back trying to send people off. Every person they accused of being on the conference call, I've said, are you sure it's them? Is that really them? I know it wasn't me. Glenda, I thank you for being a mature woman when we talked. Same thing. Was that really you? No, I can't. I wouldn't think it was you. That's why I don't fool with this stuff. Because ain't nothing but demonic and evil spirits attached to this case. Evil, deceitfulness is all dark. But see, I got faith of a mustard seed. I done seen the injustice, and it's all gonna work out. I done seen the parents, what the government withheld. The whole story they ain't telling people. None of you people can break me, nor can you make me. Because I'm going to get a check every month and hop on this plane whenever I feel like going somewhere. I never got up and talked about none of you people when they talked about all of the shit that you motherfuckers did. People's past is where they past should stay. But you had no problem with tossing my name out there. I pray for you people. I pray for everybody. Because some of y'all really need some prayer. Call me again. But I'm glad to know just exactly what you've been thinking about me. Because it makes sense now. When I had the bitch saying I owed you money, it all makes sense now. You was never for me, no way. Let the truth come out, baby. Like I said, I'm not going to hate nobody. I'm not going to be arguing with nobody. I don't give a fuck what nobody did in their past. I done forgave, I done moved on. But I'm glad to know just what you sent me, punk, today. I'm glad to know, I really know how you feel about me. Why you laughed and smiled in my face. A lot of you people need some mental professional help. I went through deep, dark depression when I had my breast removed and was in full blown menopause. And I went through depression. That's then when I really found out who was for me. Anybody can play the recordings. I called people, I told them I was going through depression. I don't give a damn. I'm not ashamed to admit. I saw some dark days. But some of y'all really need some help. Because, see, ain't nobody going to set me off. I don't give a damn what none of these people are saying. But I will question what people say. Is it really them? I didn't do the post. Call them. people doing too much. Like I say, this is behavior of people being paid. Because I cannot I cannot believe people would act like this and you're not getting paid. Because first of all, don't nobody know what nobody does in their homes and when they're not with them. I have supported all of my family and friends. I support all criminals. As when I went through a bad patch, I had my family and friends stand by me. If it ain't you, why you worried? A lot of people, y'all need some professional help. You got some childhood trauma. Everybody, when 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 you people have sit up and attacked people because people don't dance to your music or do what you want them to do or talk to people you think they shouldn't talk to. I didn't get on no bandwagons talking about baby killers. I didn't get on no bandwagons talking about Debosky. I forgave Dana. I didn't get on them bandwagons. And you people wonder why I say I don't fuck with the supporters. I didn't get on them bandwagons. That's y'all shit. But you had no problem talking about me. I'm going to drop the link. But some of you people need some psychiatric help. You are sick. I don't give a fuck what none of you people say about me. Hell, go call the crew up. Make another video. I wear Depends sometimes. The radiation damaged my body. If I'm going to be out, because you know you get older, women leak. And you better hope you live to give my age to wear a Depend if needed. You're sick. You're pathetic. And I try to love all people. I try to see the good in everybody. But some of you motherfuckers been the dirtiest, low down, rottenest people I've ever come in contact with. You done lied, stole. I've tried to call people. Please don't do this, don't do this, don't do that. I don't give a fuck what they say no more. I don't give a fuck. You people don't make me, nor can you break me. I don't give a fuck about this R. Kelly shit. I'm going to talk about what I feel like talking about when I want to talk about it. And if you don't like it, you ain't got to listen. I want to know the truth with the case, what the government got. I don't want to be fed lies. Some of y'all need some professional help. You wasn't shit when you was coming up. Some of y'all done became YouTube famous, I guess. And it's done went to your head. I've been a star all my life. I was loved. I'm not jealous of nobody. I want us all to make it. I ordered hoodies from everybody that was selling them. I was glad to be a part of something I thought was great. Hey, hey,
Hey, how you doing?
Oh, girl, I'm doing fine.
That's good. I caught your R. Kelly video this morning. Of course, I'm 2 hours behind you, so I
Yeah,
didn't get to
well,
catch it
they
live.
had a conference call.
Yeah,
And when you call in on the conference call, you're supposed to mute your phone.
right,
Girl, you heard everything from arrested parents. So I'm trying to listen to the R. Kelly case, to people just, I really couldn't hear. Sound like somebody was eating. And I muted my phone. I didn't open my mouth.
right,
I didn't open my mouth. I wanted to hear what his new attorney, she was trying to get it extended.
right,
Cause there's a lot of BS to this case. But see, we couldn't even come together as supporters
right,
and talk about to even get to mainstream media because you couldn't get them off of YouTube for fighting each other.
oh
So
wow,
people,
that's crazy.
would say, well, Michael Avenatti gave Kim Fox a tape after it had been shown at CNN. You know,
Wow,
CNN is a big company.
right.
I don't know what CNN did to that tape.
Well, you know what? It sounded like to me, I was just sitting there listening to you, and I was like, wow, it sounds like organized chaos
It
from
is, and I
what
keep
you were
trying to tell
describing.
people, these
Yeah,
people have been paid to cause confusion
right,
because if you look up, every time there's something, it's always something, and it's not a good reflection on him.
right.
It's not
So, so for
because
me,
people that really, like I said, a person told me that time, I thought I was gonna hear your mouth. I'm like, wait a minute now. I know how when the phone now, and
right,
that was a government phone call. It was supposed to
right,
have been like we was at court. Now I did have a moment back in the day that I don't want to discuss, but it happened. But it still wasn't right.
right.
And
But
me
you
and the
know what?
person them forgave each other, and I don't even want to talk about it no more.
Right. But Miss April, what it sounds like to me, and this is just my opinion and my opinion only, so it doesn't reflect on anybody else. what it sounds like is they knew that there was a possibility that if they opened that line up to the public, that there were going to be people that was going to act out. They knew it. So if you know that this is a serious case, or you and I are going to court for something and they want to publicize it, why would you not protect him by saying, everybody, you have to mute your phone, you cannot speak, you cannot say anything? Why not put those rules out there ahead of time? I think it was disrespectful. Um, I saw some of what went on with the accusations, and like I tell people all the time, the people that are accusing him of various things, I wasn't there. I don't know the dynamics of
Girl,
everything.
you got the mamas, you got the mamas enticing the daughters to get with him. It's just so much. It's just
Right,
so much. And that's why I don't like to even talk about this stuff.
right,
And so, like I said, I didn't get called a name today. Every person that they was tossing their names out, I'm like, was it really him? Call me again. Call me again.
well, people have to learn how to
And and,
agree
and the
to
thing
disagree.
of it is, oh wait a minute. Okay, wait a minute. That was my fault.
That's okay.
Yeah. Y'all let people send y'all off.
um
I'm not getting ready to stoop to a level.
right, right.
Because you call me a stupid bitch.
Oh my
I
god.
just said yo mama and fuck you too.
Oh my
Way
god.
out of character.
That's disrespectful at its worst.
Yeah.
That's
But
disrespectful.
I'm glad to know that's how they done felt all along.
That's totally disrespectful. If you get mad at somebody, you should be able to
But
have a
that's
good
what they do.
conversation.
They talk about you. They talk about you. That's what they do.
I wouldn't care if somebody said anything about me. I don't care. I really
Well, I
don't.
know I don't care. I done live to be 60. I'll be 60 August 13th. Oh,
Oh
Lord,
my
let me show my shirts. I got a full life over here.
God. Amen.
A life.
Yeah.
I don't give a damn about.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that's the way people roll today. They want to
But
be basement
that's
bullies.
how they roll. They have to attack you
Yeah.
because, like I said, hey, black girl beauty, I got more. I the names I was hearing today. I'm like, are y'all sure? Like, it really ain't cool.
Right.
But you let somebody send you off.
That's crazy.
But
Well,
today, what did you talk about with break the change? Change with DCFS.
oh, well, I in the comment section, well, my little description bar, I put your name in there as one of the people to thank, of course. Um, I'm just giving information to people, letting them know the different things that's going on with CPS and the new bills and things that they're coming out with. And in California, if all the women in here, this is going to be something that you need to brace yourself for. We have a new bill in California that gives women the okay after the child has been born. They have up till 28 days to kill the baby with no charges.
Huh?
That's the new bill in California. You get pregnant, you give birth to the baby, and before that 28th day, if you decide that you don't want that baby, you can kill that baby and there will be no charges pressed against you. I am not kidding you. Let me look up the bill real quick. And I'll
Oh my God.
yes, it passed in California. Yes, yes. You might hear some clicking. I'm
Well,
sorry.
I do remember because I know, like here in Illinois with the safe passage, if you take the baby and you can take the baby to the fire department, to the ambulance, I mean, to a fire department, and, and drop it off, and you won't be charged. Because I know, a lot of girls were dumping babies. They had hit their pregnancies, and they were having babies and dumping them in trash cans and stuff.
Right. Yeah, it's also in Maryland as well. You have up to 28 days to kill your baby in Maryland as well, and you will not be prosecuted. So they've also had that at the legislation here in California, and there was a OBGYN that was actually fighting to decline that bill, but it passed with a large number, and I think it's really horrific. And it's called, for California, it's called AB 2223. That's the bill out here. In Maryland, I believe it is 669 or something like that, where they can actually kill their infant baby before 28 days is up.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so when we are focused on other things, um, they like to keep us distracted, like with the Ukraine war and things of that nature, and the next celebrity pow wow bang bang that's going on. And while we're sitting there focused on that, they're passing bills and laws that are affecting us and affecting children. So it seems like it's an attack against children, And then here in California and Texas, it's really bad. And it's not just these two states, but there are other states where if you have a child, someone merely by an allegation um, that gets mad at you. You have people and like friends get mad at friends and they call CPS. Your ex partner that you break up with will call CPS and make an allegation on you. And what I'm trying to do is educate people. If it is an allegation against you and CPS comes to your door, you absolutely do not have to answer your door. Um, your case would be considered civil, not criminal. Now, if there's alleged child abuse, I beg you to go call the next day or immediately to your child's doctor and have your doctor do a full body examination on the child, because those documents will be admissible in court. If they do come, if CPS does come back, make sure that you use your phone or any type of video recording device and record them. And if they walk away from you and say they don't want to be recorded, under the First Amendment, you have a right to record any public official while they're on duty. And if they don't want to be recorded, it's because they're up to no good and they're ready to lie and pad allegations against you. Anytime they call you or correspond with you, I advise you before any type of conversation to get you a child dependent CPS attorney. And I have that information on my channel. And that will help you, because anything, if they come to your door and you think, well, I'm really smart and I have a degree in this and I know how to woo and I got that sweet tongue. No, you don't, because the first thing they're going to do is write a big lie, and their word is against your word. Your word means absolutely nothing. Their goal and their aim is to snatch your kids up out of your home and put them up for foster care. CPS gets billions and billions of dollars. And we could thank what's his name, Bill Clinton, for the 1997 bill that he wrote, and he basically said that any child that is in a home with abuse is spoiled goods. Any child that comes from a good home is adoptable. So we got a lot of stuff going on that we're battling. Tomorrow here in California, in Sacramento, there's going to be a march at the Capitol, and they're going to go against CPS and the corruption. There has been a lady that contacted me, and her daughter was in foster care, and the foster father was having his way with the little girl going into her cookie jar. And so when it came time for the child to report him, they told the child that she was not able to tell on him. They made him leave the house because he couldn't control his sexual desires. So yeah, there's no excuse for these adults. Yeah, it's horrible, you guys. It's horrible. You have no clue the stuff that I get and I
Ma'am,
hear.
I was talking to some people earlier, like all of this shit that I'm hearing about incest and molestation. This is some new shit to me.
Yeah,
This is some, but and I didn't realize that the more I started talking to people about this shit is it's like this stuff is real out here.
it is.
Yeah.
And guess what, Miss April?
Hey, Travis.
On
Yeah.
Miss April, on Easter, something like I think they said something like 30 to 40,000 children were snatched from their parents on Easter, and I'm waiting for the numbers for Mother's Day. So every holiday, children are being taken out of their parents' homes under allegations. And what's so cold is some of the social workers are even making up false claims against people so that they can continue because they get an incentive. Like for a regular child, you can get up to $2,000 per month. But if you have a child that has a mental disability, they will get up to $6,000 per month. But this is what happens when they tear the child away from the mother or the father or the guardian. The child cries and screams. Of course, the parent cries. And when the parent cries, they write up a report saying that the parent is combative and out of control, emotionally unstable. And then what they do is they take that same crying child that wants mommy, daddy, or grandma and put them on psychiatric medication, and that gives them more money. So they mess these kids up and put them under drugs and stuff like that. In the foster home, children have been murdered at a higher percentage rate than being at home with their own families. Children have been tampered with, you know what I mean, at a higher rate
Yeah.
than they would have been at home. Children have been abused at a much higher rate in foster care than they have been in their own home. So it's crazy. And if you see anybody that says they're going through CPS, don't look at them crazy because 99% of the time, those parents are innocent. 80% of the calls that come through the call center and CPS are phony, alleged calls because the ex-boyfriend is pissed off at the ex-girlfriend, or the ex-girlfriend is
Yeah.
mad at the
And then
boyfriend.
they got family calling in.
Yeah, they
They
do.
got family. I
I
just
got one
put
even better for you, Miss April. I got one
yeah.
better. A gentleman was sitting down and his wife kept asking him to do something for her, and he wouldn't do it. So she didn't hit him or anything. She just grabbed the TV remote. She turned the television off. He called the police. CPS came out and took their children. When he went to court, he told them, "Oh, I was just mad because she turned the TV off and took the remote. But now you're fighting 2.5 years for your kids that they're trying not to give back to you over your stupidity."
Mr. Yaha, did you want to come up? If you are living witness to this, you know, and wake up, people. You need to take heed to this information because, first of all, when they come take your kids, like she said, it's a business. It is a business. They get money. They get money. If you a drug baby, they get more money. If they, you on medicine, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. And we sit at home comfortable, and we don't even know the rest of the world is going through literal hell. People are going through
Well,
hell.
I'm also. This is something else I wanted to talk about. So all of you people, okay, um, the alphabet people, they have roles. I don't have a problem with you alphabet people. You know, I do. You know, y'all got more rights. I can get called a nigger, a bitch all day long, and ain't nothing gonna happen to them people. But let me call them a name, and I would lose everything.
Yeah, that's totally unfair.
So I want you to know, people, you need to protect your kids and grandkids. And I guess the good Lord didn't want me to, you know, because I go hard for mine. And while you sitting around here, you letting these kids, let me see. Okay, I'm trying to say this because so these same sex couples, they have adopted kids, or family members have their kids come over. And what these kids are doing now is they are looking at women lick on women, or men doing this stuff, and they're doing it to their relatives, to their kids. Okay? That's three. They think this shit is normal. Do not leave your kids alone unattended, because they are trying to do this type of behavior on their their cousins, their kids' friends, because they've been looking at you people do this shit. Hello,
Shalom, family.
how you doing?
I'm doing all right. You wanted me to share my testimony?
Yes.
Okay. When I was younger, I think I was around 17. My mother and my father had already got a divorce when I was 7 years old, and I stayed with my mom for a while. She lost everything she had. After I had my little, the thing what they do when you gonna become a man and they give you your own forks and stuff. What they call it, the they call it, I don't know. They say become a man. No, I didn't know. I was just going through it, and I would read my Bible and try to figure out um, who is Messiah, who are we, what is my responsibility on this earth as a young man. And I was getting really deep into my Bible, always correlate and go. So I was getting deep into my Bible and really studying. You know, uh, I got.
Okay, I'm sorry.
mhm. I was set aside. I went to church, set aside to do something I didn't know, and I found out later on. But they used to let me get up and teach Sunday school.
Oh, I don't know.
I think his reception is bad. He was very
Yeah,
choppy.
yeah.
Come on
So,
back, please.
okay, here he is. Okay, we got you.
Elder Fred Price.
I
Uh,
can't. I
you
can't.
you seen that, right?
Okay, now we
But
can hear you better.
okay. So we seen what happened to Elder Fred Price when he started speaking out against racism and started trying to tell us who he was. And a lot of us didn't even catch the messages. We just now, a lot of us, I don't know about y'all, but I'm just not figuring out the reason why TBN Ministries had him booted off of the air or whatever. But like he said, he was paying for his own stuff. Now, during that time, DCF was always following us. I ain't, you see the same person over and over again. They first presented themselves as DCF custody. All this time now, mind you, I'm studying my Bible, trying to get to know the Messiah. And I didn't really know why these people kept following us. It was what they call them, DCF people that stayed right up the road from us, had these two little children. I don't think they were mine that I say their name. I haven't seen them for a long time. That's the last time I saw them when I left and moved from Winter Haven, Florida. But there was two little boys, one named Raymond and one named Demetrius. I don't know their last name. I don't think they knew who their father or their mother was. They've been there ever since they was little babies. And also, our family, we knew a lot of children from the places. There was little girls, and some of them was 17, getting ready to go to college, and they used to get beat with poles and all type of stuff. You have to do everything. They tell parents, side the head and kill them. And you remember what happened to that little girl that got murdered for trying to defend herself against them two grown women? I don't condone any of us fighting, but that's what I saw. And then I'm gonna tell you what happened to me. Now, when I had finally moved back with my mom after staying with my grandmother for 3 years, my mother, she finally got on her feet, and we moved up there to Orlando, Florida, and DCF followed us up there too. No, we left from Orlando. I moved with my grandmother, stayed with my grandmother for 3 years, and then my mother came back and got us after 3 years because racism and stereotypes still going on, so they pretended like it ain't. And she finally got on her feet, and she got us back, and we was staying with her in Kissimmee, Florida. Now, out of all that stuff, back then, you had a lot of stuff around you. Little children can get hold to marijuana. You know what I'm saying? Um, I was hanging out with these Puerto Ricans, and they let me smoke some marijuana with them. Um, and I started having hallucinations. At first, I played, I just rubbed it off because they say that's supposed to happen. And I noticed the first time I smoked marijuana, I would laugh, whatever. My tucker box turned on. But after a while, the third time I tried it with them, the last time didn't go so well. The dude had spiked. They said, the doctor said this now, that I had inside my blood embalming fluid and poisons and stuff from that marijuana. Now, I sat up in that doctor with my mother, and I'm telling you, my mother didn't really, I don't think she knew the depths of the hell that's inside of this place that they call themselves doctors. So in a regular doctor's office, they said that I had sleep insomnia and they was trying to provide me some medicine. They gave me Haldol, and they say that's for people with dementia. A doctor recently told me, I went to an appointment, he told me that that's not really for dementia, my testimony. And so what happened is that I had an effect off of it, because when you high on marijuana, they say your high go down, right? I'm not
Mm-hmm.
condoning that anybody smoke marijuana. So what I did,
It's
they
legal
didn't give
now.
me the chance. They didn't give me the option. Hmm. Oh yeah, it's legal now, and we can speak about that as well. But they what they did, the doctors, they gave me Thorazine inside of it. But before they gave me Thorazine, they was in there questioning me about do I really believe in that person in that book? Because I used to carry my Bible with me all the time, no matter what I was doing, evil or good. I had my Bible with me for some odd reason. I kept it with me and pop it open and read it, whether if I was hanging with my homeboys or whatever. And so I had my Bible with me and I took it with me to the doctor's office because I always carried it with me. And they was looking at me and my Bible and put me inside of the psychiatric ward and said that they gonna help me with my imaginary friend. They asked me, you asking a 70-year-old about his faith. We was always taught inside of Christianity that if somebody asks you a reason for your faith, then you tell them what you believe in and you don't back down and you're gonna go through persecution. And little did I know I was gonna go through a hell ride. You understand? So these people gave me some whatever that is inside of there after they ignored everything I said. I don't hear voices, but they was talking about the Most High. You understand what I'm trying to tell you? They was telling me that the Most High was the voice that I was hearing. So they put me in there and they diagnosed me with uh uh what they call that thing when they say about when you believe in the Most High, schizophrenia,
Yeah. Well, I don't know if that
manic.
has to do with
I'm gonna get to it.
schizophrenic is
Now I
when
was
you hear
17 years
voices.
old. Well, I don't know, but I can just tell you that they said my diagnosis that I hear voices.
You keep breaking up, but they do diagnose you with schizophrenia if you talk too much about God. They do that. I can't hear him.
I know what happened. Let me see.
Your reception keeps
Can you,
breaking up, young man.
okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, if you're walking or something, every time you move, if that's the fact, your reception goes out and we miss a big chunk of your testimony.
All right. Where did y'all leave off at? Because I ain't making nothing up.
No,
Where
you
did I
was
leave off?
saying um, since you was talking about God, that they diagnosed you with
Schizophrenia.
Schizophrenia.
schizophrenia,
Yeah,
and
they said I was manic schizophrenic. I know where I'm at now. So they said I was manic schizophrenic. You know what that means, right? And so
Yep.
when they gave me that stuff, that's when I heard the voices. Once they gave me the Thorazine, that's when I heard voices.
Thorazine.
That's
Yeah. Okay.
yeah, when they gave me that's when I started getting paranoid. And I heard, let me tell you something. I was always taught in church that, if you hear voices and stuff, you can't control your mind. You got a demon in you. You understand what I'm saying to you? And I read in the Bible, weapon formed against me shall prosper. Greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world. I studied my Bible day and night. I really believe and stop just because some people with a white coat on that say they doctors say you shouldn't believe in it. And I know what happened to them people in the 1950s when they did them experiments on them white people in the psychiatric ward, and them people got a big lawsuit and won. But I done been trying to file a lawsuit for years after they doped me up with that mess and messed me up. I've been going through this. I'm gonna tell you something. I was 17. I am not 17 anymore. You understand what I'm trying to tell you? So now I look on TV and I see these preachers up there preaching. I didn't see now one of them getting slammed and molested inside of these places. One time I woke up and smelled like somebody did something to me. You understand? I saw a little girl thrown inside of one of them padded rooms and they turn off the light and they saying she having an episode. But y'all put a little girl inside of a room because she was begging to go home to be with her mother and father and locked her inside of a place where they put prisoners at. They locked the little girl up, and I was in there too. I couldn't help her, and I felt weak and helpless. It was a mixed little girl. They put her in there. They didn't give us no combs. You know what I'm saying? They let the little girl hair. You know, when we don't comb my hair, they messed up the little girl hair. And it's a good thing I ain't had no afro when I was in there. My parents didn't let me grow my hair because they thought it was a sin that men grow their hair. Now I'm not mad at them because that's what we taught in Christianity. But the hair got matted and everything, and so the other little girls, they was trying to help her brush her hair. You in the children's side, so the little girls and the little boys, they come inside of the place, the group room, and they meet inside of there. You know what I'm saying? And so the whole time they forcing you out of the bed, you can't sleep. You up, you know what I'm saying? You sleeping, you can't sleep. The medicine they say it's not. That's another thing. That's what my doctor was telling me. That I was going through down there in Polk County. That them psychosis is not supposed to make you go to sleep. Another doctor told me the same thing. 2 witnesses is better than many liars. And I know what I was going through it, and they saw through it. You know what I'm saying? And ever since then, and when I got out of there, ever since then, if I cried, you understand? I'm a little child, man. I am gonna cry. If I cry, if I share if I show any emotion, them people gonna come out there and they gonna jam you up. They gonna slam you on the ground if you resisting to going in there and hearing all that blasphemy inside of your brain because of whatever they put inside of there. Uh, they slam you on the ground in there. I seen them and this was earlier. Let's say about 3 years ago, when they back at me and gave me Thorazine every single time when they put me in there. And the law say that they ain't supposed to do that to you. You supposed to be giving Thorazine one time. You really shouldn't give it to them nobody ever. But they're supposed to give it to you one time for life. Every time I went inside them places, they gave me Thorazine. A neighbor can call, or somebody that don't know me, somebody don't know my medical history, somebody that don't know my background, they don't know my favorite color, they don't know if I know how to speak English, they don't know if I know how to
So
speak
what, they had already labeled you as that,
correct as a
and
maniac.
so you were, because that's basically about what they do, ain't it?
Yeah, they
Together
do
we
that.
break the chain. Don't they automatically
Yeah,
label these people?
yeah, you're already in the system, so they already write up a label on this person. When they come in, they're gonna be combative, or they're gonna be hallucinating and out of control. So
And
you
you know
have
you're
to
gonna be
have it
combative.
ready.
You know you're gonna be combative. Somebody trying to hold you down and put something in you to alter your thoughts in your brain.
That's
You
the
know you're gonna
insanity of it, son. That's the
you know you're
insanity
gonna
of it. That's what they do. That's
and
what they
it's the
do.
same system, right? It's the same system that set up something during slavery. All that sickness. It really wasn't no sickness. They said a person that run away from slavery. This is what these mental doctors do. Their hypothesis already been proven wrong. Your brain is not chemicals. Your brain is a muscle. But you got something inside of your brain that they can't see. When they go to sleep at night, I asked one of these psychotic doctors, do you
Is he
do
gone?
you have dreams? They sit there.
Yeah, he got to be walking away from the phone.
How do you
Yeah, but you
pronounce your
can't walk
name?
away.
Why do you?
Yeah.
How do you pronounce your name? Yaquaba?
That's my surname. I named my own son.
Okay,
My,
so let me explain something to you. Everything that you're saying, when I say this, this is going to sum everything up. M Money. Period. You are money. Anytime you go into any psychiatric facility, anytime a child is snatched, you are money and you keep the wheels turning in that business. They don't care about nothing that you're going through. They don't care what you feel. They don't care if they take you out of here. You are a number and you are money. Period, point blank. And that's the truth of it all. And as harsh as it sounds, that is the reality that we are living in today. We are all money. If they can get medication in people that don't need it, if they can misdiagnose you and you take that medication, they get money for that. Anything, they get money. We are money. We're no longer people. We are numbers and money.
This,
Reality.
this is the
Reality.
this is the sad thing about it, right? You know how you know how the Bible say that a good name, that you supposed to protect your name and all that. And you know how if a woman, if a man go around, or a woman or a child or anybody go and lie and say that this woman is a fast and she this and that and the other, you can't, you might not be none of that stuff, none of it. And they go around saying that about you now. When you going to get jobs, when you go in society, you can't, it's already difficult for a Hebrew, and I'm not. You understand what I'm saying? It's already difficult for us as Negroes to get jobs, especially if you is a man. And I'm not trying to speak down on sisters. I know y'all catch it, but what I'm saying is, they really don't want the family to survive. So it was already difficult. I already heard many a job saying that they is privately owned. Pizza Hut, McDonald's, dollar stores. They wouldn't hire me for nothing. You understand? And now that I got this labor on me, it's something that I'm working with in the inside of myself, where I already knew that before I went through this, that it was hard for me to get something anyway. And anything we try to build as a nation, they tear it down anyway. I know we going through I know we going through a curse.
Young man,
But
can I help you out with something? So, what you're saying to me is you have a disability, you have a mental health issue label, you have a label on you for having a mental disability. Is that what you're saying?
yes, and now they gave me one. You
Hold on.
understand?
I just need a yes or no. That's all. I'm
Yeah.
about to help you out, okay? They gave you a label of mental disability, correct? Hello? Is he there?
Yeah, but his sound keep going in and out.
Okay, so I'm gonna keep
I said,
I'm gonna keep on talking.
yeah.
Hopefully, okay. So they gave you a mental disability. Now you should be pretty much happy with that because I'm about to give you a nugget. If you go to any job, try to fill out any application, and for any reason, young man, you feel that they have discriminated against you for having a mental disability, you need to call the National Disability Hotline and report them. And an investigation will happen. And if they are found to be guilty, honey, your income bracket will change. That's all the good information I'm going to give you. So
Okay.
after that, you shouldn't even trip no more. If you got proof that they denied you for a mental disability, honey, you are about to get paid. And I'm not telling you this to be funny. Call the National Disability Hotline and report them and tell them your findings. That every time you go in, you mention that you have a disability, what your mental issue is, if it's on the application, and once they find out, they deny you. And if they find out that they denied you, whoever you applied to will be sued on your behalf. Okay?
Okay.
They can't
Now,
do that.
may I say something to you on regards to you saying, you say I have to call is it the number on, do the White House have a district with that?
No, you just called the National Disability Hotline. You find it. You have to find it in your area.
Are you getting the SSI check now?
Yeah.
Hello?
Mhm.
Are you
Yeah,
getting the check now?
you can tell SSI what's going on too.
They then when you get married, they don't give you nothing really. So
No,
you
No,
that's
baby.
not what
you
she's
You
saying. You
are
gotta.
you getting a
Mhm.
disability check now?
No, I'm for my off of my dad though, but they won't give me now for
Are
me.
you getting
I
a
get SS.
disability check? Are you on stuff? You need to go apply for disability.
I did. They said that I don't have uh I have the work history, but they keep trying to tell me that the work history I have to send in stuff. The people that I was working for, they said they send in the information, and every time I send it in, they say I need more work history. And when you try to get a job, they already
Hey, Steve.
Okay, hold on. I want to ask you a question, young man.
Yeah, because
This is what she.
disability.
Hold on a second. What she's asking you is if you are not getting disability or social security with your mental disability, your record, your history, you can go into your history and I know a lawyer. He serves. I believe he serves all over the world. His name is Bill Latour. If you ever heard of him, they can advocate for people that have disabilities and have issues getting their own social security. But if
I
you've been through all that, you deserve social security
I do I receive it.
for yourself or not on your dad, but I'm talking about for yourself.
I get on SSI on the first, and the disability. Yeah, like you said, it's for my dad. It's under my
Okay,
dad.
but for yourself, you need to establish something before your age. Um, you get to that age where they stop giving you checks. You need to start advocating for yourself. Like after this is over with for my dad, what about afterward? You need to start asking questions and getting information. Write things down. Don't just listen to them. Write stuff down. Keep notes, who you talk to, the time you talk to them, the date you talk to. Write down what your questions are, and then write it as they respond to you. So that way you'll have information. So don't just go in and listen and hang up. I tell people that all the time.
I did that, and also I want you to know this too. I called the White House one time looking for the called the NAACP, and they told me they don't help black people. They told
you
me
ain't you ain't lying. I'm sorry, you're not
they
lying.
said they say they help everybody. And I say, okay, so if y'all help everybody, then ain't I'm somebody. They say no, we don't help black people. I say, okay then. I say I thought Martin Luther King was marching with this here. And that's why they keep trying to talking about we doing misinformation. Can you hear me?
I
Yeah,
hear you perfectly well. I'm just listening.
yeah, and
Okay.
see, I'm glad you're on here. But what now? Sounds like you're a young, intelligent man, and it sounds like they put you on a lot of medication, and due to this medication that you were taking, it might have made you have a handicap or a disability because
Yes, that's
taking
what
that
I'm saying.
medication for so long. So what I need you to do is I need you to go apply for some SSI and get you a check every month. If the government gave you all of this medication, then you need to get a monthly check. And then you can get you some um, assisted housing.
Oh, they denied me of that. They told me that's for women and children. They denied us of that.
That's a lie.
And
Men can get it too.
But that's what they told me. It's for people in the
That's a
military,
lot.
for women
That's a
to.
lot.
That's a lot.
I,
You just don't have anybody that can advocate for you. That's why they're doing that, because you have
you
no
know,
one to
I
advocate
know
for you.
they talk double tongue though. I know they lying because they say one thing here and then it's another thing in another place. And you look on them applications and when before I sign something, I read the whole thing. And so when I read that, I said that don't say nothing on this application that if I'm a male and I receive SSI and I get disability under my dad or not, y'all still supposed to let me get this place because I got SSI and I have a medical record to prove to y'all that y'all done messed me up. So I don't understand why y'all is doing this and saying that y'all ain't doing it. You understand, but that's just a phrase of speech. But I'm just saying that it's it's a lot going on, and like you said earlier, y'all was talking about how LGBT and them and they giving out all this stuff to all these different people, and our ancestors done work for free for 200 and something years, and then I got paid cheap labor after that all the way to this very day, and then they turn around and
Okay, now
tell us,
I'm gonna tell you something else too. Right now, and I'm gonna talk to you just like I would talk to my son. Okay, we can't change history. We can't change nothing right now. But I can help you to get a better future. And sound like you need to be getting a check every month. And it sound like to you can get housing and you can get assistance. They
but
have group homes that you can live in.
here's
There
the
are
thing.
benefits that are out here for
I
you.
agree with you, mother. Here's the thing though. Out of all the stuff, out of all the hell they put me through, me and my wife, we had found us a place through this European guy that gave us an opportunity to pay rent, and we paid off the building where we stay. So we've been staying here for a while. We finally paid it off this year, and that's when they throw up the prices on everything. But either way, we finished paying it. And I've called around them places, and one person, one of them, which is the same group, one of them gave us an opportunity to rent inside of the association, and we found out that they trying to make us pay house payment prices. So we just went ahead and moved and found us a house, and we rented it out with somebody that
Now,
was willing to work.
where's your wife at?
She
Does she work?
uh, uh she was done in a similar fashion, but not like mine's.
So
I don't like
y'all
to
met in the
compare.
group home. Okay, that's fine. That's fine if y'all met in one of these hospitals because
No, no, no.
y'all
We
two
didn't
can
meet that
understand
way.
each other.
We didn't
But
meet
what
that
I'm
way.
saying is there's no way there are benefits out here for you.
Okay. Well, we didn't meet that way. We met in a different way. We
Huh?
met we met in a different way. I asked the father because I wanted to be like the Apostle Paul, and I asked the father. I said, if it's your will, that I be like the Apostle Paul, why I don't get married or nothing. I said, then so be it. But I said, if it's your will, I need you to give me a sign that I need to get married. And one day he gave me the sign I needed, and I met my wife. Um, and we've been together ever since. This is our 10th year anniversary now. So we've been together for a long time. And she been there with
Congratulations.
me.
Yeah.
hmm
Yeah.
She been there with me through it all. And I I feel the people when they saying that they looking for a spouse or whatever. But you gonna have to find somebody, and you gonna have to learn how to bear your tree, because everybody got a tree. We ain't, what we need to realize as a people. I'm sorry, I don't want to go into this unless y'all allow me to.
But I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say this out of love. I don't. I'm trying to help black people, and I'm gonna talk to you. I'm gonna talk to you just like I would talk to my son.
Yes, ma'am. I'm gonna listen now. I'm gonna put my mic on mute.
Now, you have a wife. You might have some issues now because you was on all of that medicine, and and you might have some issues. But there is no way there's money out here from the government. Now, don't get me wrong when I say this. Baby, I pray all day long. Okay? I pray for everybody. But I'm going to get my money. The government ain't ready to give me no reparations. So whenever they got something free, I'm going to get it if I can qualify for it. Now, if you have a disability, I need you to get out, baby. You need to go find out because there are benefits for you. God don't, I mean, He wants us to believe in us, but He wants us to use our common sense as well. And if and if you've been on this medication, there are people that can assist you. You got together, we break the chain. But you need to be getting a check every month, and you and your wife need to be on housing. Because if the government gave you this medication and contributed to your disability, then they need to be taking care of you now. Do you agree with together we break the chain?
Yes, ma'am.
I 100%
I
agree.
surely do.
I 100% agree. But one of the things is, I'm just paying attention to him, and he does want the help, but I think he has a little bit of an issue with focusing on some of the stuff that we're saying, and it seems like it may be a little overwhelming for him.
Right.
So if
So
he,
we want to help you.
yeah, he could email
We want to help you.
on our
And
about page.
so I'm gonna post my phone number because you can call me,
Yeah.
and I need to know what city and state you live in, and I will find the information. And
Okay.
I want to help you because
I
um,
got I got K Judah. If you K Judah got the information
okay,
or
Judah.
hmm but
Oh,
just
okay, yeah, okay, Judah. That's my brother in
but
Christ, good
I'm a
friend.
I'm a, I'm gonna let y'all talk with my I'm gonna let K Judah give y'all my wife information, and then we can speak that way because you know how people live, how they be talking
Right,
about people.
right. Yeah,
So we
have
want
K Judah call me,
to
and we're gonna try to help you because
okay.
and this is what happens. They have places here like in Joliet that are called.
Yeah, that definitely she'll talk to you off the air because we don't want everybody having your private information,
Right. And
so
so call me and I will help you to the
And
best of my ability.
mm, and
Baby, I
I have something else that I want to tell y'all offline as well. And
okay.
okay.
when y'all hear this may make you want to pull your hair. Don't pull your hair. So I'm telling you right now because it's something else that happened. And I want y'all to look this up. Look, I don't have nothing against this company that I was working with
Don't say it.
when I
Don't say
found
it online. Don't say it
yeah,
online
I'm
because
not.
Yeah, don't say
Oh,
it online.
yeah, they'll try
I'm
to.
Yeah.
not.
So when
I'm
you
not.
get her number and
Mm,
you talk to her, I'll end up connecting with her as well, and we can brainstorm. But you got to let us give you the help. We're not asking for anything in return. We just want to help you.
okay. So y'all know a lawyer or something, or one of y'all is a
Baby,
lawyer.
it ain't. I, 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 I got lawyers, but what I'm saying is, and I'm gonna have K Judah. We'll probably get on Clubhouse. But it sounds to me like you was put on a lot of medication. And you might have a disability and you're married. I need you to get your government benefits that you are entitled to.
Yes, ma'am.
So just hold on to that information until she talks to the individual that
Yes,
knows you, and keep the rest. If you have to, sit down and write everything down. So by the time,
write down
yeah,
everything.
write down everything so that by the time your help comes, everybody will know which direction. Nobody will be going in different directions. Everybody has to be in one accord in order for you to get the help that you need. And now, I'm not a
Now
lawyer,
my
just that I do a lot of
now
research and stuff.
this is one issue. I'm sorry to cut you off.
It's okay.
Keep going.
No, go ahead. It's okay.
I'm sorry. You can keep.
Well,
I'm gonna tell you is that I don't write. I, I don't write. I if I do you remember when Michael Jackson how he had to speak inside of a recorder instead of writing?
Okay.
There's a reason for that.
that's fine.
There's a reason.
That's
So
fine.
what I do, so all the stuff which y'all want to know, I have I vocalized it. And so what I would do once we sit down and get the information together, then
Right.
I'll share the rest with you.
Okay.
Yeah. Because see, um, together we break the chain. Like I say, uh, the stuff that I've been finding out lately, I I you know, all of this medication checks and all of this. Now I see why some of these people are foster moms, you know, um, they take the special needs kids and everything.
Right.
Money. Like you say, some of these people getting $2,000 a month.
And more stuff too. They give them incentives also, and some of them can get brand new cars because they have a foster child. They have programs to help them to get all kinds of stuff.
Now, mother, I'm gonna get off. Mother and
Okay.
sis, I'm gonna get off, but I want to say this one thing before I go. I know that if my mother would have known the depths of the hell that was gonna happen, she would not have done this. We was always trained that when you go to the doctor, you supposed to do what the doctor say, trust the medication. Even when we was
Yeah.
in Africa, the priest was our doctor, so they mixed that with religion a lot of times. So we have to keep in mind that we cannot really be so hard on parents when it come
Well,
down to
I'm
issues
glad you
like
don't
this.
hold your mother accountable because
I know.
isn't that beautiful?
That's
But you got
beautiful.
a lot of kids that want to blame their mothers. You know, as parents, we don't get um, a manuscript for being a parent. We do the best we can. But like I say, there's so many dirty, low down folks in the world. People, you got friends, family that'll call them people on you. Put your people all in your business.
Yeah, but the one thing, if nobody listens to anything I say, please, 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 please understand. CPS is not your friend. They are not your counselor. They are not your doctor. They are not your therapist. When they come to your house, they are aiming to do one thing. One thing, take your kids. Don't say nothing. Keep your mouth shut. I don't care what they ask you, don't say nothing because anything that you say can become an issue later. If you say, well, the sky is blue, they will write something horrible. If you let them in your house and they come, you have given up your Fourth Amendment right, and it's going to be hard for any CPS dependency attorney. Do not get a family law attorney. When you go to get that attorney, find out how long that attorney has been practicing and how many times that attorney has been to court. Make sure that you don't let them in your house, because if they come in your house and you could be in the middle of cleaning up, they will write that you have a house full of dirty dishes with flies all around, and it's not true. It's your fault because you let them in. They go in your kid's room. Your kid could have spilled something on their little baby table. They'll say that the bedroom was filthy. It wasn't. The bathroom was nasty. It wasn't. They will write the absolute worst thing about you. That's why I say it is important to have you a camera video. If they come to your door, close, don't open the door, ask who it is. If they say CPS, start recording right away. If they walk away from you, that's because they know that they were up to no good. Protect
Mm-hmm.
yourself. You don't have to talk to them. If they bring the police, it's a scare tactic. If you try to close your door and say, I do not wish to talk to you, and they put their foot in your door and prevent you from closing your door, and you have your video camera and you say remove your foot and they don't, and they push their way into your house, you're about to get paid, because they cannot force their way into your home. The only way they can come into your home is if you allow them to. Educate your children. If a false allegation comes through, educate your children, and let them know CPS is not your friend. They're going to try to be extra nice to you, and they're going to try to get you to talking. Educate your kid. Tell them, turn on your video recorder should they come up to the school. They can come to the school and talk to your kids, but make sure that your child turns on the video recorder, okay? So that when they go against you, and they don't even have to know that it's on. So when they write up their report and say that your child said all these things, your child can take that same video and give it to your CPS dependency attorney, and it will be against that social worker, and that social worker can get in trouble for lying. You and your child's amendment rights have been violated, and you can prove that this person has lied. The CPS can be sued, and so can the social worker be sued. But don't think that they're going to get rid of them. They're not. They're just going to push them elsewhere. And another thing that I found out is majority of the CPS workers have no children. Any CPS worker that gets pregnant, or a male that gets his wife pregnant, they move them to the desk, because they don't want them to start saying, oh, I'm about to have a baby, and oh my God, now I understand how they feel. They want somebody that don't really care. And that's why it's always cycling. It's always cycling. Don't ever talk to them without your attorney. Don't ever sign any service plans or anything. Don't get caught up. I'm telling you, and if you do the opposite of what I'm saying, it's going to be hard for an attorney to help you. Not a family law. A family law attorney will get eaten up in court. They will chew him up, her up, and spit her out. It's like us going from America to Afghanistan. We wouldn't know what the crap to do. So that's what a family law attorney would be like in a CPS juvenile dependency court. Don't take their lawyers and don't take their doctors. They all work together. They all hang out together. They all get paid from the same pot. Get you a CPS private attorney. If they tell you that you cannot have one, they are lying through their teeth. Their whole goal is to lie, lie, lie. Don't get caught up. If you got more questions, you get to Miss April. Miss April will get to me. Okay, so I just
Yeah,
give you that
because I
information.
like this we got here. And like I said, I like, because what I'm realizing is, childhood trauma. Childhood trauma and slavery has affected us. It uh
Absolutely. And we
Where
are
they
the highest
affected
group
us.
of people. We are the highest group of people that CPS is snatching from homes. They're snatching black kids.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
they
tell
wanna and see what it does is it breaks that family bond too.
you. Yep.
Because see, black people, we had values, we had morals, we didn't disrespect our elders, we looked out for our parents. They're trying to remove slavery.
Listen to this, Miss April. Listen to this. There are approximately 450,000 children currently in foster care in the United States, and nationwide statistics show that about 15% of them were removed from their homes due to allegations of abuse, but instead for neglect, which could be sometimes defined as medical neglect because a parent disagreed with a doctor over medical treatment or even just wanted to seek a second opinion. The vast majority of these children come from poor homes where parents cannot afford legal help to fight the system. Even in cases where parents are accused of abuse, many cases are not substantiated and charges are never filed against the parent. So, foster care is also the number one pipeline for children to enter the lucrative child sex trafficking networks. One woman
Yeah,
has taken
yeah.
it upon herself to make sure these children are not forgotten as she makes a plaque for each one she is aware of and hangs it up on her fence surrounding her yard. She reportedly has over 3,000 plaques representing over 4,000 names. And this is currently, and a lot of those kids go into sex trafficking. You got the foster family that's assaulting them in different manners. You got the children, like out here in California. I'm not sure if you guys have heard of it, but there are two little boys that were missing, Oren and Orson West, and the two kids were taken from their mom. The mother was at work and she had a babysitter, and the kids were taken from her because she didn't know what happened, but all she knew is that her son was crying. So they found out that the baby had a broken leg. They took those two kids from her and they placed them in foster care with one foster family. The foster family was allowing her, to mend with her children and bond. When they got to the West family, the girl was constantly begging him to cut the kid's hair. When she would leave from visitation, they would scream, holler, and cry. So as of now, those foster parents are in jail, excuse me. On May the 23rd, they have a trial. They finally found out, they set up a fake police report saying that the children went missing. The guy even drove around and acted like he was looking for the kids. He said he was throwing firewood in the backyard when there was a neighbor that had cameras, which debunked his lie. And so now we forward to 2022, the truth came out that they actually killed those kids 3 months prior to reporting the children missing, and they had their own kids help them in the murder of these children. So these are foster parents that were supposed to be taking care of these two boys, 3 and 4 years old, Oren and Orson West. You can find that, it's all over YouTube. And this is the tragic stuff that happens when these kids go into foster care. Last week out here in California, a baby went into foster care a couple of weeks old, nothing wrong, good bill of health, something. The mom was sick and she needed help. She had no support. Next thing you know, they got a call saying that the baby was killed. This is what these people are doing with these foster children.
Oh my God. Yeah. And
It's, I
see,
could go on and on with stories. It's horrible. And another foster family, they had a boy and nobody saw the boy. They assumed that the kid was being homeschooled. And next thing you know, they finally came out to do a welfare check. Come to find out that the family killed the boy and buried them in their backyard. These are the things that are happening to people, kids that are being taken into foster care. Horrible. Are you there?
Uh-huh. I know. And see, now, and this is what I'm saying. They place Chinese, Asian kids. They don't they not going to get no black families, no Asian kids.
Nope.
Or they not gonna give us them kids.
Is Mexicans and black kids that they're stealing at a record number. And even now at the hospitals out here in California, they're just sitting there hovering over the hospitals, looking at the kids that are being born, trying to find some reason to snatch that child. It's horrible. It's like a slave auction, like that young man said. And it's the blacks and the Mexican kids, and they're being taken out of their homes. And then you wonder why, when these kids grow up, they're so angry and so against the government. But you do get some kids that have good foster families. I'm not going to lie about that. And you do have parents that are actually abusing their kids and doing heinous things to their children. But don't take it out on the kids because you want money. Don't do that. Half of these kids are, when they age out, they don't have anything. The foster family kicks them out. So I said, I believe that every foster child should automatically be mandatory, have a bank account set up. If you're getting $4,000 to $6,000 per month, portion of that money should go into a bank account that nobody should be able to touch. And when that child ages out, they will have money to get to school or to get an apartment or buy a car, and they can do what they need to do to function in society. So a lot of these adults that you see that are homeless, and people are like, oh, they need to get a job, they just want to be there. No, they were stripped from their family, they were put on medication, and after they aged out, they got kicked out of the house with no resources. That's what happens to a lot of them. Or they're in sex trafficking, honestly speaking. So it's a lot.
Yeah, and that's what I say. You know, I live here in Joliet, Illinois, and all information I try to find out, I try to share. But I said it's so much more work that got to be did. It's so much work. But see, you can't tell our people nothing nowadays. Everybody think they know everything. I
Yeah,
don't know everything.
I don't either.
I don't, I knew what I knew on different jobs. I knew how to, check guests in for hotels. I used to know how to work banquets. I didn't even know anything about like public housing Section 8. Because my parents, we had grew up in homes. I didn't know about all of this stuff.
I didn't either.
And the minute I found out, I never qualified for anything because I always made too much money. And but when I found out, because it took me 3 years to get disability. When I when I the first time I had cancer, the radiation damaged my body so bad. So like I got arthritis in my entire body. I already had some spine issues. Uh, I didn't inherit health conditions from my maternal side and the paternal side. From cancer, we third generation of breast cancer. And so I would have never thought, you know, at the age of going on 60, that, you know, I would be like this. But I'm still here.
Amen.
And so I'm going to try to share the knowledge I'm a try, but people now, our people, you can't tell them nothing. They want to think everybody want to be in your business. You ain't really got no business. You don't own shit. You don't own nothing. What is your business? I don't care. You
Yeah,
know.
most time people put all their business on social media. So what you mean? Don't be in my business,
Well, now they do, but I'm saying back in the day,
right?
people would say that you would want, you and their business and all of this. I wish I knew a lot of the stuff I knew now. But like I say, once I learned, I share. Cause I'ma tell you, I've never been homeless, and I ain't never starved.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop down. Thank you for allowing me on your platform. I
Oh,
really
I'd love to have you on here because, and I'm an advocate for now. In order for us to you know, break this chain, we got to go back to the beginning. I could use myself as an example, but I'm going to end the show, and we're going to do more partnerships together with breaking this chain. We're going to do more of these shows. I am on my road to 60. I thank God for allowing me to be on this earth. Everybody have a great night. I've done 2 shows today. And on the subject I hate to even talk about. Talk to you later. April Showers, I'm out.